Hopefully not too into Hunter. Before we get into Hunter, Sharon's here, has sent me a present. What do you think it is? Get it inside the chat. Man, I wish this was a big brick of cocaine like 3 Outs Later said. That would be great. We've been having a Christmas Eve marathon stream. Get your bets in. What is it? Get your bets in. Hey, what's up, King Rat? Welcome in. Outlaw Dog says, a cat bed for Arya. Is it sleeves? Andy says, is it sleeves? That's great. That's great. M. Wow says, it's a goat. Campfire Starter says, a new Arya bed. Dustin says, what's up, Dustin? It's a pink shirt. I love pink shirts. UFO Johnny says it's a bathrobe. It's a Coke package. It's a soft robot. It's a pink onesie. Says King Rat. All right, let's see. It is vacuum sealed. Oh, it's double vacuum sealed. The anticipation grows. Fun says it's a mattress. Oh! I think it might be a cat bed. I'm guessing cat bed. Let's see. Let's get it out while we can. It's a new cat bed for Arya, and it's ribbed for her pleasure. Look at that, everybody. How nice. Let's switch it out. This one will actually fit on the desk. Let's go to the cat cam.
Go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Can we get Ballyhose in the chat? Ballyho.com. Can we get Ballyhose in the chat for Sharon's here, everybody? Look at that. Sharon's here. It actually fits on the desk and she won't fall off. Arya. Look, there's even sparkles inside. Oh my God. I love. Okay. Sharon's here. Thank you so much. We can't do the dome without you. Ballyho to Sharon's here, everybody. Ballyho Sharon's here. Ballyho. All right. Let's watch. We'll wait for Arya to try it out. Let's watch Hunter Biden on Shawn Ryan talking about there's no laptop.
You know why Twitter took down that story?
Fino with
Fino
a
AV invested $20.
Dome investment. A $20 dome investment is a very fine dome investment. We're going to start doing this. This is the America First thing. We're going to start doing this. It's a very fine dome investment, Fino. Thank you so much. Fino just says gift. Ballyho Fino. Thank you, my man.
What I can tell you about the laptop is that there is no laptop.
There was no laptop.
What they did is they cobbled together stolen, concocted, fabricated mishmash of digital information, largely which is thousands and thousands and thousands of emails from 25 years.
What's
I mean,
up,
no
Comic
laptop
Crusher,
could
Ballyho?
have held all of that. The only thing that he can think of doing.
I don't care if there's an official laptop or not a laptop. What were the things that were found true? Were they you? Are they your documents? Are they your pictures? The answer is yes.
Is calling Rudy Giuliani. He's a laptop repair shop owner. Nothing criminal other than obviously drug use. It had naked pictures of me in there. And under the terms of Twitter, they took it down. So what I can tell you about the laptop is that there is no laptop. That's bullshit. What was provided out there, what the
there was no fucking laptop.
There is an actual physical laptop that somebody had, but the guy that said he had the laptop.
Why is he so low in the shot?
Of the search for the laptop came before he was even a twinkle in Rudy Giuliani's eye. There were people talking to Lev Parnas. Lev Parnas literally went to Ukraine to get a laptop from Dmitry Firtash. to get a hard drive, Hunter Biden's hard drive, from Dmitry Firtash and Andrei Derkach in Ukraine, in Austria. 4 months before John Paul McIsaac nobody ever existed. And so what they did is they cobbled together stolen, concocted, fabricated mishmash of digital information, largely which is, thousands and thousands and thousands of emails from 25 years.
That are yours.
I mean, no
and true.
laptop could have held all of that. And so what they did is they put it all together, and then they talk about it. I mean, John Paul McIsaac, who is literally blind, there's no videotape of me ever dropping off a laptop. There's no, so whatever.
You never dropped off a laptop?
I
to a
have
repair
no
shop?
recollection whatsoever of ever dropping off a laptop to John Paul McIsaac, to his shop. And so what he did, though, let me just put it this way. Say I took my laptop in to get repaired.
Oh, he's drinking Topo Chico. I love those.
And you're John Paul McIsaac. And what he says is he reads and he goes to repair the laptop, but then he starts to read the files in the laptop. And he reads a file and he sees files about Burisma. By the way, a board of which I'm on, of an independent private Ukrainian company in which I am a board member doing corporate governance.
And tell us what you know about what the fuck did Burisma do? Tell us what you know about that line of work.
As an attorney.
What's up, Billy Doe Mercara?
And he says that the only thing that he can think of doing
I feel like I'm sitting in the guy's
calling
lap.
Rudy Giuliani. He's a laptop repair shop owner in Wilmington, Delaware, whose store is 3.5 miles at most from where my parents live, where everybody knows my parents live. So if he had a laptop that he wanted to return, he thinks that the best thing to do is call Rudy Giuliani's lawyer, Bob Costello, and give it to my sworn enemy, who then take it, and in it, I will once again ask you this question. What crime has anyone ever...
But there was no laptop, right?
No, he took a hard drive. He took whatever he said. He said that he had a damaged laptop, and what he did is he downloaded a hard drive, and then he gave that hard drive to Bob Costello. And then from that hard drive, you have people like Patrick Byrne and Jack Maxey and a whole bunch of other people. Like, I could list the names that come together. There's one woman that's like known as Cat Lady or something like that, literally. And what they say that they did is they cobbled together all of this digital material that was floating out everywhere, that had been stolen from phones, that had been taken from the dark web, that had been taken from the hard drive that John Paul McIsaac.
They consolidated it all.
And they consolidated it all, and they made it out to be this thing. And so then the story doesn't become about the laptop at all, because there's nothing in the laptop other than a record of me being a degenerate drug addict at the worst moment in my life. At the worst moment of my life, of people clearly, me not taking selfies, of people clearly taking pictures of me in the rooms that I found myself in, smoking crack.
Quite a few selfies. There were quite a few. My best joke. My best joke of the inauguration of Joe Biden. If you haven't watched it, you should go check it out. It's in our archives underneath the playlist Golden Domes. It's a good watch. Hunter Biden comes out on the diocese of the Rotunda Capitol. It cuts to all these people looking at him. It cuts back to Hunter Biden, and Mr. Rotella goes, all these people have seen my dick.
Doing drugs, doing whatever.
I'm hilarious.
Nothing criminal other than, obviously, drug use. And what other people would think is, abhorrent behavior. I mean, whatever. I mean, having sex with women. And so they take that, and then you can say whatever you want. No one read the stories. When you put me naked on the front page of the New York Post over and over again with a crack pipe in my mouth, it becomes like gold. And Miranda Devine said it was the most read the most followed story in the history of the paper. Wow. She's written and sold 2 best-selling books based upon that. And it's all about the pictures. It's like sex, drugs, and politics, man. And that's what they did.
Yeah, man.
So then it became about the cover-up of the laptop story. You know why Twitter took down that story? Because non-consensual pornography. It's because under what is the law today that was pushed by Melania Trump, it's revenge porn. You're not allowed to take a picture that is stolen from somebody's digital material of them in naked and with another person and publish it. I mean, you're not allowed to do that. It's a crime. But in my instance, and so that's what the New York Post story ran in the initial story.
This guy's
and it had naked
is
pictures of
great.
me in there. And under the terms of Twitter, they took it down when I objected to it. So you got to take that down. And so they took it down, and then that became the hobby horse for everybody.
Yelita Merhab says Pam Bondi redacted Hunter's laptop.
That
Do we feel sorry for Hunter Biden? Anybody put a 1 inside the chat if we feel sorry for Hunter Biden.
It was an issue of free speech, and how the deep state, buried the story. What story? That I was a drug addict, and then I was in rooms in which people took pictures of me, and I took pictures of myself.
Kind of seems like those pictures would be able to be used as blackmail against your father, bro. That's the story.
Because otherwise, I've sat across from journalists. I've sat across from detractors, and I don't know of anybody that's kind of at least more informed than you are in terms of the number of people that have come through this studio that have had an opinion about it. And I know that you prepare and you have a team that prepares. Has anyone of your team ever been able to tell you of any crime other than crimes of as it relates to illicit drug use that is on the laptop? And I mean, wouldn't you have, if there were, wouldn't you come? And by the way, obviously, like, it's all there, Shawn. Like, there's nothing more to show. So there's not a single instance of a crime. And I told you is that I got investigated by Crim Tax and Maine Justice. I got 6 years of investigation of the U.S. Attorney in the state of Delaware, in the state of, in Pittsburgh, in Baltimore.
I think what the Hunter Biden laptop was is exactly what I just said. It was all the things that, China could use to blackmail. It was the blackmail material that they were holding above Joe Biden's head. I mean, Joe Biden freaking loves this guy. He's the smartest guy Joe Biden has ever met.
Field office, the Philadelphia field office, the U.S. Attorney in Los Angeles, the House Ways and Means Committee, the House Judiciary Committee, the House Oversight Committee, the Senate Judiciary Committee, Oversight Committee, all of every one of them, and probably a number of foreign operative, foreign intelligence agencies.
And who else can we do that to?
Not a single criminal act has been even accused of me that is based on evidence from the laptop. So the irony is that the thing that they hang around my neck as being this, this great sin, the laptop, is in actuality evidence of the absolute bullshit of their accusations.
Wow.
So they say that I was engaged in some type of bribery in Ukraine. Now,
I'd
the
say
person
blackmail.
that stated that to an FBI agent in an FD 1023, a confidential informant statement, was then arrested by the same special prosecutor that was prosecuting me, because they blew up my plea deal because you had Congress come to the U.S. Attorney and say, this is bullshit. We know that he was engaged in bribery because we have an FD 1023, a private confidential thing, an informant that claims that he was engaged in bribery and has evidence of it. So they blow up my plea deal, okay, because of that. And they pretend like it was because some confusion as it relates to, I had immunity. Everybody gets immunity when they do a plea deal. Why would you enter a plea deal if you didn't get immunity from the federal government that they weren't going to come back and, charge you with something else? And so they blow up the plea deal and they bring this guy in, the informant, Smirnov. And they bring him in and they say, okay, tell us about this bribery. Tell us about this FD 1023 that you have members of Congress out there waving around as evidence of Joe Biden's corruption.
Is this guy selling a book? Is that why he's on this podcast? He has to be, right? This is, by the way, guys, this is a 5.5-hour podcast. There's no way in the world I'm spending 5.5 hours of my life and your life watching this thing.
And he basically breaks down and says, it's all bullshit. He was encouraged to do so by others. He was encouraged to do so by people in intelligence, Russian intelligence. That's the story. Go read the story about Smirnov, who's sitting in jail, serving a sentence for lying on the FD 1023. Well, now that story blows up, what do? 3 days before the statute of limitation runs on these charges, they charge me with the things that they had just come to a plea with me on.
Are we going to ask him a question?
Anyway, man.
Ballyho Knife Elite Domer.
The laptop. Once again, there are people out there that have just dined out on this, the laptop. And it's become a kind of buzzword for, corruption.
I loved how we weaponized
some kind of like, epic, roadmap to the Biden crime family.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment.
Whatever we got to do. Elite Number Habs says, Hunter has a good weave, says Habs. To the cause, Pant, Ballyho. Should we open up another Christmas cracker? We've got a lot of them. Between tonight and tomorrow, we're open. Okay, here we go. Well, this one's a little bit heavier than the last one. Here we go, everybody. Christmas cracker. Okay, bet. Left hand or right hand? Which hand's going to win? Left hand or right hand? Where are the hats and jokes, says Brad. What hats and jokes? What are we talking about? Pants says tiny dino is going to be a tiny dino. I bet he meant to say dildo. Left or right? Right wins. Right wins. What in the world? It's a magic trick. Let's see. Oh, dear God. How am I going to figure out? There's no way I'm going to figure this out. What in the world is this? A magic trick. Wire pretzel game contest. When given the signal, the first one who solves the puzzle is the winner. What do I got to do? I got to... What? Get the ring to the other ring? Get it off? Is that what's the puzzle? It's taking the ring off. Is taking the ring off. I have to somehow get the ring off the thing. Let's take a second and try to figure this out. Can I touch it with my hands? I don't see why not. Let's put it right here, right? Put it right here. Then what? Then it's stuck there. Then maybe we take it around the corner like this. No. Take it around. Like this, maybe? Tune in, everybody, for this high-octane action. I think we gotta leave it in the middle somehow. Wait a minute. I bet I put one on one end. I bet I put one on one end, one on the other end. Then it, like, flips out or something. God damn it! We'll see if I can get it. We'll see if I can get it through the stream. We'll see. Place your bets. Will I get it? Andy says, I'm timing this. I don't know. I don't think that I don't know what I'm doing yet. That's the problem. Don't know what I'm doing yet. We'll be right back after this musical break. We're watching the Prime Minister. We're watching the Prime Minister of Australia completely destroy his country when we get back.